Deep dive to Imperfect Love Part 1. There's some stuff to get through. Things are a little different. Welcome back, people, to Zealman's Visiting World, your Wizarding Night channel for Suburban Twist. Okay, things have changed a little bit. We've complained for a while, saying things are very samey. However, things have changed. Things have been rejigged. Luckily, this coincides with Plotter 101 doing a free speed run guide this time to celebrate his Twitter followers. So that's very useful. Link below here for his link tree. There's lots of resources on there. And if you really are tight for time and you want to speed run all these things in 1.5 hours, 2 hours, something like that, then yeah, he's definitely the one to join. Saying 2 hours is probably a bit conservative. Definitely quicker than 2 hours. So yeah, if you're short for time, that's the way to go. And join his Patreon. A few people have said I should start a Patreon. I've not quite got around to doing that yet. I'm not quite sure if there's interest. I don't think I'm that good. So, yes, maybe for Taskforce times. Some people suggest it for that as well. So maybe, we'll see. There's always a buy me a coffee if you want to give a little donation if you wish. So it wouldn't be a tweak to an event without its controversial subjects. And we have one or two as we go through. But I don't know. I think all in all, if you plan it right, it could be faster. If you don't plan it right, it could be a heck of a lot slower. So as per usual, this one starts on the 9th of February at 7 PM UTC, which is a Tuesday and runs for one whole week. Our rewards are up to 15 60-section books, 6 total spell books, 10 Dada books, 50 gold, spell energy rewards. Exactly the same as normal. So the mechanics for this one: purple portkeys on the map, 1.5 kilometers still, which is very nice. Use the brilliant rune stones from the brilliant Foundables to do the fortress to get those fortress rewards. Now, in addition to our brilliant events, Foundable type thingy bobs, we also have boosted Foundables from the normal registry. So we have a young Hermione Granger, a young Ron Weasley, Angelina Johnson, and George Weasley, all from the Legends of Hogwarts page. I have all of them on gold. I could do with some Rons to get him a gold star on a gold page. Other than that, I am fine for that. I would suggest that if you do max any of these out, you save them for the bonus event, because you need Wizarding XP. That might help a little bit, if you can place them. Of course, if you can place them several times before you get to the bonus event, then do that. So what can you do now? Okay, so a lot hinges on set of task number 4. Now, in set of task number 4, you have to brew 8 potions, which was previously in set of task number 3. They've also added one extra, because it was brew 7 potions. Now it's brew 8. Now, the handy thing is, you can actually schedule all this in advance, assuming you have some gold. It's not a huge amount of gold. So, essentially, what you have to do, this is thanks to Plotter 101, is I had a rough idea in my head about doing this, but luckily he has the numbers, which helps a lot. So rent a gold cauldron for 8 hours for 35 gold. Now, you can load it up in advance and be ready to collect. And what you put in there depends on how fast your brew times are, because we know in our skills tree you can boost your brew times. So what you'll be able to squeeze in there all kind of depends on what you have boosted. But essentially what you want to do is the last potion you want to squeeze in there is a Brufio's Brain Elixir. So something, Brufio's Brain Elixir. Now, Brain Elixir takes a while to brew, which is fine, because you only need really a few minutes at the end of the thing to fit it in. Yeah, so you only need like a few minutes at the end spare to fit a Brain Elixir in. It's funny how it works like that, but it's when you actually start the brewing. So that's fine. So as long as you've got a few minutes at the end, whack in a Brain Elixir at the end. Perfect. Essentially, you have to have the Brain Elixir at the end. That's the key thing. So basically do a little math. Remember, you can only do master notes on the first potion without having to pick the other things up. So master notes on the first potion only. Something, Brain Elixir. Now when you start this brew, time obviously depends on how long it's going to take you to brew it. So work backwards, work out what potions you want to put in, how long they're going to take to brew, work backwards, and then start the brewing. You can be early, that's not a problem, but being late could be a problem, because you need to brew it. It needs to be ready by the start of the first set of tasks. So that's 4 of your 8 done. So put whatever you like in the pewter cauldron, doesn't matter. Just make sure that it'll all be brewed up, ready for the event start. Again, only the first one you'll be able to use the master notes on. So work out your brew times, work backwards, lovely jubbly. So set up your 2 cauldrons. That's basic what you have to do for the event. That's the main thing. If you do that, then the rest of it is quite a breeze, assuming you don't have dexterity issues. There's also a Wizarding XP challenge in the bonus round. What you can do if you're picking up other things on the map and you happen to actually be ready to place a emergency level Foundable, keep hold of that until you get to the bonus round. That's worth a decent amount of XP, so do that. You can do it with lower level ones as well, but obviously not quite as lucrative. So moving on to Brilliant Bundles, we have the complimentary gift, which remains exactly the same. Now we have Brilliant Bundles. Now, this has changed. The 7 Potent Exemulos has been replaced with 10 Basics, but you do get an extra BBE and 2 extra Trace Detection Tonics. The price remains the same. The Bonus Assignment Bundle no longer has the 10 Basic Exemulos or the 4 Brufio's Brain Elixirs. Silver Keys have gone from 5 to 10, so you get double. And you also have 5 Witch Sharpening Potions. So a few tweaks there. I think the price is the same for that one as well. So moving on to the Foundables with their descriptions. We have the Wild Ones. You need 20 of these. This is a brilliant Quidditch fan, Hermione, returning to the Quidditch pitch in Hogwarts Castle. Despite her relative indifference for Quidditch, Hermione Granger attended Gryffindor Quidditch events to support her friends. This included Ron Weasley's trial for keeper, where she was rumoured to have played a role in his admittance to the team. Though she denies using magic to sabotage Ron's rivals, Hermione was a vocal supporter in the stands, rewriting a derogatory Weasley is our king chant into a rallying cry for the young keeper. So that is a book reference for those of you who don't say they use books, they only use the movies. Brilliant Quidditch keeper Ron. Ron Weasley was appointed the Gryffindor Quidditch team's keeper by Angelina Johnson. Although his Quidditch career had a rocky start, through practice and perseverance, he managed to turn it around and become a proficient player in his own right. With a little help of a bit of fake Felix Felicis. Yes, but anyway, he managed it. It was his own doing. He just had a brain problem. This prompted Gryffindor fans to repurpose the derogatory Weasley is our king song into one that sung Ron's praises. The challenging one, you get these from Fortress challenges using the brilliant Moonstones. This is a brilliant Lavender Brown returning to the Gryffindor common room. So it's clear she didn't go to the Quidditch pitch, although she was in the stands because I remember seeing it. Lavender Brown was a Gryffindor student at Hogwarts. During her 6th year, she became romantically entangled with Ron Weasley. I like entangled. Sadly for Lavender, the relationship was mostly one-sided with one. Where's
my 1-1? Has he been asking for me?
With Ron largely dating her to make Hermione Granger jealous. Lavender eventually ended things with Ron after correctly deducing his feelings to Hermione. A member of Dumbledore's army, she tragically died during the Battle of Hogwarts. Bugger. See, the dialogue left it ambiguous. This kind of puts a nail in her coffin. Yes, it didn't sound very good in the books, but it was a little would she, wouldn't she? They've clearly driven a nail through the coffin of it this time. The walking ones, you need 5 of these. Also in the bonus as a reward as well. That's brilliant. Crookshanks. Crookshanks was Hermione Granger's pet during her time at Hogwarts. Part cat, part Kneasel, and by all accounts grumpy. He was said to have been uncharacteristically intelligent and cognizant. This is perhaps best evidence in the role he played in revealing Ron Weasley's pet rat Scabbers as Peter Pettigrew in his animagus form. The awarded one, this is a brilliant Cormac McLaggen, also being returned to the Quidditch pitch. Cormac McLaggen was a Gryffindor student and an avid Quidditch fan. Though he missed tryouts in his 6th year after eating a pound of doxy eggs on a bet, and he was beat out for the keeper's position by Ron Weasley in his 7th year, he eventually took to the pitch during Ron's hospitalisation. However, his poor teamwork, which led to Gryffindor's worst and most embarrassing loss ever, resulted in him being permanently benched. Okay, so that's our Foundables. Now we can move on to our tasks. It's all set of tasks. Number 1, correct ingredients or portmanteaus twice. Brew 1 Brufio's Brain Elixir. Return 12 brilliant Quidditch Keeper Ron Foundables. So our Brew 2 Trace Detection Tonics has gone bye-bye and has been replaced by Brew 1 Brufio's Brain Elixir. So picked up from your gold cauldron, should all be ready and sitting there waiting for you. That will leave you with 3 in your gold cauldron and 4 in your pewter cauldron. Leave those alone. In terms of rewards, you get 2 Powdered Dragon Claw for the first task now, as it was the brew task before. 2 Rampant Horn Potion Ingredients is replaced by 2 Abraxan Hair, which is okay if you're brewing Extremolos, which is, I think, pretty much what most people brew most of the time. 2 Invigoration Draft Potions have been replaced by 1 Tonic for Trace Detection, which is a good change. Set task number 2. So a lot changes from this point inwards. So earn 7,000 Wizarding XP from Traces. Cast 15 Great Spellcasts. Return 12 Brilliant Quidditch Fan Hermione Foundables. Earn 7,000 Wizarding XP from changes is the same, but you get 1 Extremulo Potion instead of 1 Silver Key, which makes me sad, but we do get a Silver Key later. Cast 15 Great Spellcasts. I was kind of hoping this one would have died away by now. Not great for those people with accessibility issues. This replaces the use Brufio's Brain Elixir 2 times. Being a player without dexterity problems personally works out nicely for me, but it's probably going to work out a heck of a lot bad for some people. Return at 12 Brilliant Quidditch Fan Hermione Foundables replaces the collect 5 Brilliant Triwizarding Secrets Runestones. This was the family XP in disguise. Now this would have removed the need to avoid the registry until set task 2, but it's now in set task 3. So it hasn't gone, it's just moved. So you just need to wait a bit longer. Instead, do not visit the registry. Set task number 3, earn 5,000 Wizarding XP from Wizarding Challenges. Collect 5 Brilliant Imperfect Love Runestones. Return 8 Angelina Johnson Foundables. Oh look, the Runestones task. On the plus side, if you wait this long before visiting the registry, you should be able to complete this in one go, because we've got an entire set of tasks further along. One thing you will have to be a little careful with is if you're collecting brilliant fragments all the way up until this point, if you hit the threshold, as in like 20 out of 20 for placing them, the game will automatically take you to the registry, and then you'll end up cashing in on those runestones too early. So if you do see yourself hitting 20 out of 20 on the wild ones, you'll have to force close the game. Earn 5,000 Wizarding XP from Wizarding Challenges has moved down from set of tasks number 4. This means more time in Fortress Challenges, as the tasks are now split between 2 sets. So yes, a little bit longer in Fortresses. Return at 10 Angelina Johnson Foundables. This is not a brilliant Foundable. This is a normal one, boosted on the map. So don't freak out. It's a normal boosted Foundable on the map. And we also have our silver keys as a reward back. Set us number 4. Brew 8 potions. Defeat 15 formidable foes in Wizarding Challenges. Collect 3 lavender brown fragments by using Brilliant Imperfect Love Runestones. A whole bunch of rewards, including that Cormac McLagan fragment that we need for our registry. So, defeat 15 formidable foes in Wizarding Challenges replaces defeat 25 enemies in Wizarding Challenges. I'm guessing this is because they want to stop people from running low chambers. However, high runes chambers are pretty good for finding formidable foes. And it also gives you a good few rolls of the dice for main registry fragments. You're talking around about 40-50% in high runes. And you can do them a lot quicker than you can do higher chambers. So if you want to grind the main registry, and you're not fussed about challenge registry too much, then just grind away on Runes 5. Collect 3 lavender brown fragments by using Brilliant Imperfect Love Runestones. This is a new move from it being a wild Foundables. Just don't place the image. You can visit the registry at this point, of course, because we've done that in the previous set of tasks, but she'll be shimmering. Don't place it until we get to the bonus round. So here we find our brew 8 potions that moved in from set task number 3. This is compared to Triwizarding Secrets Part 1. You also have an extra one, so it's 8 instead of 7. So basically pick up your 7 potions that you have brewed. So go into your gold cauldron, pick up your 3. Go into your pewter cauldron, pick up your 4. And then put something else, like a basic exterminator or a healing potion, in your standard pewter cauldron. And then leave it there until you've done all the other tasks. Once you've done all the other tasks, you can rush brew it if it's still sitting in there. That's about it, really. Should be pretty smooth if you set everything up in advance. The bonus round. Place 5 images on the Imperfect Love page and 12,500 Wizarding XP. Return 25 Legends of Hogwarts Foundables. Use 12 potions in Wizarding Challenges. cast 10 masterful casts. You can finally place your images in the registry. Yay! And cash in on all that wonderful dialogue. And of course, if you miss any of that dialogue, the Taskforce Times also has it. If you're interested in dialogue before the events start, then we do a video, and also this link below here on Reddit will take you to the information as soon as it is released. So yes, placing your images in the registry. If you have walked all the port keys, easy peasy. If not, just do the Fortress one again with Lavender, because that's the quickest one to do. Just run the runes about up to 6 times, and you'll be able to place that again. Return 25 Legends of Hogwarts Foundables is a new one. Remember, this is not brilliant fragments. These are the boosted ones from the main registry. And of course, any other ones that you happen to find lying around. A little bit of grinding, a little bit different grinding, not bad. Should be able to get, maybe even get to place them again for some rewards in the main registry. Lovely jubbly. Mine's sitting on gold, so randomly nice. I guess nice with XP from that, which of course will contribute to the 12,500 Wizarding XP. Also, anything else that you've been saving up until this event, place those in the registry as well. See what you can cash in. And basically grind on for that. We've got Brufio's Brain Elixir, of course. Triple Dart Detectors. If you run into any red shards as you're going around, use a Trace Charm to make duplicates of it and all that sort of stuff. Trace Charm and Brufio's Brain Elixir work quite well for boosting things. If you use Triple Dart Detectors, you're more likely to get red shards as well. So if you are able to stand around an inn, we currently are not. Technically, we should be exercising, so we can't really hang around. But if you are in a place where you can put Triple Dart Detectors on an inn, I mean, you could do laps, but for park, I guess. Triple Dart Detector in, Brufio's Brain Elixir, Trace Charm, Bob's your uncle. Use 12 potions in Wizarding Challenges. Ah, crap. I guess at least it's not 15, because we used to have use any 10 Extremulos in Wizarding Challenges. Then we also have use 5 potions in Wizarding Challenges. So, all in all, it's a bit better, it's a bit easier, a bit more versatile. So you can do what's called the Professor Trick. So you can, if you're a professor, go into like a low level, say you can do like a Runes 3, bash out all the competition until you get to the last one, put a potent Extremulo on it, or a strong Extremulo, whatever you want to use on the map, det hex it till it dies, then go back to the map and use that Extremulo on something you actually want to kill. If you're not a professor, then basically you just do a Runes 1 with a old Brilliant Runestone, and then put your Extremulo potion on the first foe you get to, and then you can back out to the map as well. That is quicker. So if there's something on the map which is like a red shard or something, I would suggest you to do the back out option, otherwise it might despawn. And then finally, we have the cast 10 masterful casts. So it feels like they're kicking the less abled players in the teeth. They've kind of struggled through other events, and now you're doubling down on it. WB are aware. We have told them. Everyone in the community has told them. This is not a good thing to do. And then they go and release a brilliant task, and they double down on it. So they do, oh yeah, we're complaining. People are having trouble doing the great casts because, some people have dexterity issues. And they go, okay, yeah, we'll do great casts and we'll do masterful casts as well, just to really screw them over. I know, like things like Fortnite and stuff like that require great dexterity, and I can't play those games because I'll get killed, because I don't have the dexterity and I have all my limbs working normally, but I'm just old. But this is a mobile game. It's supposed to be quite casual. Doesn't sound very good, does it? So yeah, a few of us are a little bit very annoyed at WB for this. This is a clear statement of intent, I guess. I would suggest flooding at their official community forum thingy bob. I'll put a link below. If you're having problems with it, just reply negatively to all their posts which have this particular task, and see if enough people complain about it, then maybe they might take some notice. The dialogue for this one, I have read it, but it will be in a video just before the event. I was supposed to record this on Friday and edit on Friday, but now it's Saturday, so this will be out Monday. So maybe the dialogue video will be out just after this one at the same time, really. I don't know. I can't remember. It depends how long it takes. I'm a busy person. I have a full-time job and a child. I haven't had time to fit everything in. So general tips. A lot of mix and match in this one. Things have all swapped around. Some things have gone. Some things have come. We were complaining that things are too samey, so this is different. The wizarding challenges have been sort of separated out into different sets of tasks, so you'll spend a little bit more time in wizarding challenges. So the runestone task has been pushed back to set of task number 3, which is going to make it harder to not be accidentally taken to the registry. So do be careful of that one. But if you do manage to avoid it, you should be able to cash in all those runestones in one go. Also, if you do walk off the port keys and you get the port keys as a reward, you will get a shimmering thingy bob. Don't cash on it, because this is part 1. And use that for part 2. Also, if you have the opportunity, have more port keys as well, and you can walk those off between events. Save those up, and you'll be able to place it another time. You can also play the Family XP lottery by not even opening them until the next part 2 comes out. But you know, that's quite a way to go with having a various amount of your port key storage taken up, especially with like community days, sitting in between, stuff like that. So yeah, usually I don't worry about that. I just place them a second time. So finally, yes, we have masterful tasks as well as great spell casts. So yes, this is clearly a statement of intent from WB to the gaming community, saying you need to have a certain amount of dexterity to play this game. So it's hard to say, but I'm actually quite looking. It just sounds odd, but I am actually looking forward to playing this one. A little bit different, things swapped around. I am gonna try and get my cauldrons ready in advance, and to see how quickly I can do it. But I don't actually have 1.5 hours to 2 hours of straight playing time. It never happens that way. I can get an hour in at lunchtime, but I'll also be recording the vlog, and that takes a fair amount of time, turning the cameras on and microphones on, stuff like that, and getting them all in sync. So some of that playing time is actually spent pressing buttons. I also have the dog walk in the evening, which is in the dark, which is not great for filming. So we'll see how that goes. I may be hugging street lamps again in the dark. It's supposed to snow on Sunday. I think it would have been gone by Tuesday. So I don't think it'll be snowing in the vlog, but there you go. I'm also getting ready for doing a chill stream, lunchtime chill stream, lunchtime in the UK, because that's kind of when my lunchtime is, I guess. So, but of course, you'll be able to watch that later. And we'll be building this Diagon Alley set, which I got from my secret Santa. I aim to do one building per stream. I have 2 cameras set up and stuff like that, so it should be pretty cool. So I've got 1 camera on for the table, 1 camera for my face, unfortunately for you, and the chat thingy and stuff like that. So and some chill out music to go with it. So we have a bit of a chill, a bit of a chat. I might see what other funky things I can do as well. I've got some funky plans, which are quite interactive, assuming people turn up to the stream, because it is a funny time. So we'll schedule it way in advance to see if people are going to turn up. So let me know in the comments below what you think of this somewhat controversial new brilliant event format. I'll say personally, because I am actually looking forward to it. Interesting to see how well this new sequence of tasks works out for myself. But yeah, let me know what you think yourself in the comments below. What you think about WB's clear statement to less able players. I mean, of course, there is one argument saying one side, it's a game, you need to have a certain amount of dexterity. But there's the other side of the argument that says, well, these guys have been playing from the start, why are you making it hard now? And it's a mobile game. It's not Fortnite. That's enough for me rambling on. Don't forget to subscribe to me on Twitter @Zealman. Check out Taskforce Times for the quick reference guides as well. That'll be always available on the same link every time. So save that to your desktop, your home screen, or bookmark it for quick access, because I always forget what the next set of tasks are. So I just go click on my homepage, click on that, done. So until next time, brush up on your spells, get your ones ready, Wizard Unite.